Ready? I looked at the camera. Shit. Rock. Okay.
Okay.
I looked at the camera. Shit. So for Dancing in the Dark, leading up to the chorus, you can't start a fire. Da-da! Jared would always look at me, and you know. You want me to say it again? When we played We Didn't Start the Fire by Bruce Springsteen. When we played We Didn't Start the Fire? That's Billy Joel. Oh my God. When we played Dancing in... No, hold on, let me pause this. When we played Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen, leading up to the chorus, we would sing. You can't start a fire. Jared would say, da-da-da. That was a very funny moment, you know. I miss playing that. Jared is the anchor of the band. I looked at the camera. My first impression of Jared is... My first impression of... Jared's the man. You going? Mm-hmm. Squeaky chair. He's not only a great guitar player, but I've also seen him play drums, keyboard, trumpet, keyboard. I repeated myself. I mean, is there anything the guy can't do?
Money. That's perfect.
One time at a gig, this woman requested a Bon Jovi song. Jared responded, "I'm sorry, we don't play that." To which this woman said, Jared responded, "I'm sorry." I looked at the camera. To which this woman responded, "Every expletive under the sun." No. Jared's response, "I apologize for the inconvenience." That's the air drum solo. During one song, I remember he broke a string. I turned away. I looked back. I remember during one song, he broke a string. I turned away. I looked back. Wait a minute. During one song, he broke a string. I turned back. I remember during one song, he broke a string. I turned back. I looked away. No, I turned back and I look away. It's kind of the same thing, right? I look back, turn away. He broke a string. I turned back. He whipped out another... I looked back. He whipped out another guitar. I looked at the camera, too. Okay.
He was out of control.
That's my line.
I know.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Stop laughing.
You're doing great, Mike.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It was out of control. 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 He 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 was out of control. It 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 was out of control. Fender, Washburn, Mapex, Strat, Pearl, Ibanez, Tama, Zildjian, Sabian, Yamaha. See, Steve stuck his head in the window. I've been playing with Jared Anderson for 8 years.
Jared.
Ah! I've been playing with Jared I don't look at the camera. Look at the camera. I've been playing with Jared for 8 years. In that time, he has at least... No, I don't like that one. It started to rain. We had so many...
Jared had some.
Yep. It started to rain. Jared had so many guitars, we didn't know what to do. You like my hands going like that?
Yeah, it's fine.
The band likes to tease me about bringing... The band likes to tease me about me bringing... Blech. But, hey Jared, you ever look at how many guitars Jared has? Why don't you look at how many guitars Jared brings? Okay. Why don't you see how many... Why don't you... Why don't you look at how many guitars Jared brings? You should see how many guitars Jared brings. But Jared brings way more guitars. To me, all guitars sound the same. No. To me, all the guitars sound the same. He just cares about how they look. Like I'm annoyed, right? And he's a great singer.
Is it on? Action? We played a holiday show once. Santa Claus showed up, which was great. We played a holiday show once, and Santa Claus showed up. We played a holiday show once, and Santa showed up. Of course, Jared sat on his lap and asked for another guitar. We all knew he would be... Of course, Jared runs over and sits on his lap and asks for another guitar. Meanwhile, we all know that he would be upset with that guitar in just a couple days and probably return it and give it back to the elves. Pause. He must have gone through at least 62, 63 guitars since I've known him. I have no idea how many guitars he has. He must have went through at least 45 different guitars. 42, 37, 54, 63, 72 guitars. So many guitars. He had so many guitars. Hey. He had so many guitars. He's had so many guitars. He's had 1,000 guitars. He's had a Fender Strat in every color you can think of. He's had a Ibanez, Gibson, Jackson 5. You can't laugh.
I'm sorry.
Hollow body, semi-hollow body, more hollow body, Telecaster, Fendercasters, white, semi-white, off-white, eggshell, slightly tan, dark green, light green, neon green, semi-dark green. He's had like 20 different blue guitars, and they all sound the same. He's had like 20... Cut. He's never found one guitar that he's happy with. He just needs to look... Cut. He had so many guitars there, he needed a guitar tech. He made me be the guitar tech, and I know nothing about guitars. And I can't even change a string. Cut. Jared is a brilliant musician. Working with him finally made me wanting to start working in tune. Cut. Jared's a fantastic musician, and working with him, I looked at the camera. Cut. He couldn't decide which guitar to play and kept slowing down the show. He couldn't decide which guitar to play, and he kept slowing down He couldn't decide which guitar to play, and he kept slowing down the show. He couldn't decide which guitar to play, and he kept slowing down the show. Band down. You know how many trombones I brought? Just one. I only brought one trombone. I only brought one trombone. I only needed one trombone. I only brought one trombone. I just brought one trombone. I just brought one trombone. I just brought... Cut. What are you doing?
It's recording.
I've learned so much working with Jared over the years. He's the musical director. He's the musical director. He runs sound. He writes the set list. He's just a fantastic person to work with. Cut. He had that one neon yellow guitar with the whammy bar. Okay, cut. Hold on. It was at LaGrange Community. Hey! That was an outtake. Action! I remember this one guitar, he liked it for about a couple weeks, and then he returned it, only to go back and buy it again a couple weeks later. And I think he paid more for it this time. You can't laugh. And this gig was just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, cut. Are you a guitar?
Well, I think the first time I met Jared may have been at Snugs. So my first impression of Jared, I don't know, I think I was really drunk at the time. And it was Ben and Tony's band. So they said, let's get Jared. So I said, all right. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of Jared Anderson. I don't know, guitars? Jared's really talented. So much so that it annoys me. There's a car coming now, so we'll wait. Move along. Move along. $35. I don't know, I'm not good at counting. Jared's talent is really great, and it's kind of annoying. Jared's talent is really big. No. With a talent that big, it just kind of goes to your head a little bit. And I don't know if it was amp or I don't know if it's on the beach in New Jersey, but we were playing right in front of the ocean, and towards the end of the show, Jared's guitar died. I don't know if it was his guitar or his amp, but he ended up just singing his parts for the rest of the night, and it was absolutely hilarious. Professional sound, petting zoo. I'll wait till this car goes by. Fireworks, petting zoo, ice cream truck, slip and slide, professional sound. Do that better. So Jared he would show up with a bunch of guitars to a rehearsal, and he would make us play each song with each guitar so that he could make sure he knew which guitar he wanted to play on each song for the correct sound. And it took a long time, and Mike has to get to bed early. Okay. I don't know what you want me to say. It's just big. Massive. Really big. I mean, it's big. Huge. Playful.
So, at this point,
Jared.
things got pretty serious. In 2007.
That's good.
Right. 3 or 4 times a year. And so at this point, so you need to understand something about Jared's ego.
That's
Hang on.
That's good. All right.
I think we met at a jam at a cabin in the woods. You played really loud, but my first impression of Jared, well, he was naked and lubed up. Freddie Mercury mixed with Elton John, but more flamboyant, but with better glasses. I keep going this way. I'm trying not to actually look at it.
Yeah.
All right.
Nah.
No. Jared's usually so like chill. He is such a boss on the golf course that he has to wear 2 gloves. Unlike most people that settle for 1 glove, he has a glove on both hands. Jared and I were regular I'm stuttering. So Jared and I, we play in a lot of pro-am golf tournaments. Wait, can I take it?
to the darker level. I realized that things started to get serious when I saw just how many he had. No, wait. Any guitar with a whammy bar.
How long?
69.
Say-
69. 69. 69.
Say,
Blooper reel.
say,
So in 2007, wait. So I met Jared in 2007, and I want to say at this point he's gone through 68, maybe one more guitar. 68 or one more guitar. I'm gonna say 47 huge guitars. So I can tell when there's a new one when. So get. So at this. Every practice and every gig he's plays out maybe 3 or 4 times. Break. Without a doubt and without fail, a new pony exits the stable. There's a new axe to grind. You want to make sure that you have a couple bases to cover your different bases. I have maybe 2 or 3 bases to cover my bases. That's so terrible. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, the puns are terrible. So I can tell right away when he says, in his Jerry way, check this out, man. 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 Like the Jared wiggle. So, one thing he's not really seen well on stage. So So you need to understand, right? On a Friday night gig, he played a vintage 20,000. No, don't want to whatever.
don't, yeah, no, no.
Fender Strat, but hot red with
No.
So Friday night's gig, he's playing black vintage Fender Strat. Stop. He's playing a vintage black Fender Strat, realizes that he can't. So, and you bet your bibby he's got a bright new shiny guitar. Would you keep that in if I said that?
Bippy?
Yeah, you bet your bibby.
Definitely for the blooper reel.
Alright.
Let me pull up Jared's account.
B11.
Let's see. He bought a Jackson, a Washburn, a Fender Strat, a Fender Squire, a Fender Telly in white, a Taylor acoustic, a Martin acoustic, and 2 ukuleles. And that's just 2017. And that didn't even come around. Even for a blooper. What could I say about Jared Anderson? 4th position. I actually haven't seen him today yet. I hope he doesn't come in while we're filming this. Fourth position. 4th position. Buying a guitar, trading guitars, buying more guitars, buying, trading, turning. 4th position. Selling, trading, trying stuff, buying stuff, trying guitars out, buying, selling. 4th position. 4th position.
Alright, so the first, okay, so the first, it's weird talking to you. Like, can you like stand there but I'm looking past you? Is that
That's
weird?
totally fine.
Because
Yeah,
otherwise
yeah,
it's
yeah.
weird. It's just like, because it's weird. Alright, so the first time I saw Jared, okay, I'm going to start again. That's fine. Okay, let me just try it again. So the, something that, you want me to say that again? Something that has impressed me, gotta figure out how to start it. So something about Jared that, having played with a lot of musicians, something that is unusual. Let me start over. I've played with a lot of musicians, but something that stands out. No, don't like that either. So I forget how I started it. His organization and his like archival skills for all the group that he is in. Let me say that again. Something that stands out. No, did I say that about the other thing? It's okay. All right. He's great. Oh, I looked at the camera. That's my bad. He's great. He's great. Do you want me to keep? Okay. Okay. Jared's always a pleasure to work with. I know any gig with Jared is. Look, I'm going to start that again. Look, I own.
Hold on one sec. Cool.
Look, I can say, Jared.
Your fly's open. It's not in the video
Oh,
at all, but I
that's good to
figured
know.
you just want to know.
Please don't put that in the blooper reel. Don't do it. Don't do it. I can't go to the wedding if I'm zipping up my fly.
The
on
blooper reel is not going to be shown at the
All right.
wedding at all. The blooper reel is going to be separate entirely. God, I wish I could show the blooper reel. Okay.
I think his guitars always sound great. And I'm going to start that again. There's always, I think his guitar, I'm going to do that again. But I think his guitars always sound great. But no. So, Jared showed up to, no, I'm going to do that again. So I said to him, and he's like, no, that one was white. This one's an eggshell. I've been playing, like 42, 49. That's a weird number. About like 23 guitars, 25 guitars, 45 guitars, 52 guitars. Okay. I'm trying to do that with a straight face. Dude turns around, drops his guitar in the garbage can, and he's like, I'll just get a new one tomorrow. All right. So, I mean,